episode is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Girltaku Show. Today we have a very special guest, one of my favorite creators and one of my bestest friends in the whole wide world. We have the Billy Han.
Oh my god, he's so amazing.
Well, thank you. Wow, thank you so much.
Billy, thank you so much for joining us today. Let's
course.
start with a brief
Yes.
introduction. Why don't you introduce yourself to people that are watching that may not know who you are?
Hello. For those of you that may not know who I am, my name is Billy. I'm a content creator in Toronto, Canada, predominantly in the anime niche. I have a bachelor's in accounting and financial management, but I'm putting that not to the use right now. And I also used to dance on a K-pop dance crew, but I haven't really danced for the past few years, so I'm like pretty bad now. That's basically it.
Thank you for giving us your resume.
I'm a business student. I have to lay it out.
This one is just like an easy get to know you question. We can
Yeah.
kind of guess from your videos what your favorite shows are, but we want to hear it from
Oh, really?
you. What are your top 3 series of all time?
It's a very good question. Now, normally, if you ask me what's my favorite anime of all time, that's like a no-brainer. I would say One Piece, because that is indubitably my first place. But if you ask me for my top 3, that's kind of messed up because the next 2 spots is like very debatable. Not factor in like recency bias and all that. I feel like, okay, One Piece is first. I think I have to put Attack on Titan in there. Why?
You called it.
sounded-
You called it, Pika.
You
I have to-
sounded
I feel-
so scared saying that, like you were just like afraid you were gonna be
No,
shot on site.
No. I'll just
Like
it was-
canceled on site.
It's hard for me because like there's so many series that could be number 2 or number 3, but I feel like I have to give
Right.
AOT the respect as one of my top 3.
I feel
And the
like-
last spot
Right.
is very hard to pick. I actually thought about this beforehand, but on some days it could be like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. On another day it could be Kaguya-sama Love is War. It's rough.
I definitely thought it was gonna be Love is War. I honestly
That could be up there, yeah.
I forget that you watch JoJo's. You
Yeah, I'm a
don't give
JoJo
off
fan.
that vibe.
It's just because I haven't seen JoJo like recently, but I was a huge JoJo fan before like the pandemic.
I feel like your aesthetic is so like
Well, am I supposed to do some JoJo poses for you to know that I'm a JoJo fan?
I don't know, but
Mhm.
sometimes I like
glitter, dramatize. You know.
Yeah, let me draw some like
give
draw some
it
makeup
give
on my
us
face.
some
I have a
zest.
TikTok video where I did JoJo no Kimi no Boken Eyes of Heaven. I did all the poses.
ジョジョの奇妙な冒険アイズ・オブ・ヘブン
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 I mean, I did that too, and I had not seen a lick of JoJo's.
Wait, I thought you were a JoJo fan. I thought you were like reading Steel Ball Chain.
Yeah,
Steel
Steel
Ball
Ball Chain. I have only seen Stone Ocean in the background.
But one of these days, you have to like just go through it in order and really digest and take in the JoJo culture.
I'm afraid of what it might do to me, but
Everyone only glows up after watching JoJo.
that's true.
It only goes up from
It's
there.
true. I watched JoJo's.
And she glowed
I
up.
watched JoJo's. So
See, the result
true.
is right here.
Okay,
It's
so we
true.
asked you your top 3 of all time. What are your top 3 non-mainstream, like underrated, like what are your
Underrated.
like
top
if you
3?
had to push an agenda right now,
right
Yeah.
now on
like
the show.
what 3 would you like grab someone by the neck and like you have to watch this?
From the top of my head, I have World Trigger.
Not your phone ringing.
Bitch.
Bro, you need a better ringtone. Like that ringtone is so basic. Okay, this is giving me time to think.
He's the one that called you. He's like, I need to stall.
Just to stall time, yeah. Have you guys seen World Trigger?
I have not.
Alright, let me put. Okay, I'll push this agenda onto you. Okay, the selling point of World Trigger, I would say, for those of you that don't know what it is, if you like JJK, if you like Gojo, there's this character in World Trigger that has the same voice actor and same personality. Gojo's voice actor literally perfected his character through this guy in World Trigger. Off the record, can you guys give me one of your underrated? So I have an idea.
Well, I'm always forcing Yona of the Dawn down people's throats.
Oh, that is a good one.
He's like, actually, let me just say yours.
Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay,
Okay.
let's get back to the
We're
taping.
back on the record.
So I would say World Trigger, and the next two, I feel like they're not like that underrated, but I feel like they deserve more hype than they should get on social media. So I would say number 2, it's Classroom of the Elite, and
Mm-hmm.
number 3, it's Vinland Saga. Like a lot of people been sleeping on season 2 of Vinland Saga, saying it's Farmville Saga that is too boring, no actions. It's just character development, setting up for the plot. So you have to like
Right.
good things comes for those that wait. You know what I mean?
True. And I think coming from
Exactly.
somebody that loves all of like the mainstream like battle shonens, having that opinion says a lot. Classroom of the Elite though, I've never seen it either.
Oh really? Okay, you
I
just have
love
to watch it then.
Classroom of the Elite. I love Classroom
It's
of the Elite.
it's like
It's so good.
is this like low key psychopath that is good at
Sure.
everything, but he just
Mhm.
keeps things low key because
What's
he
the
wants like a quiet
Mhm.
life.
what's the main character's name?
Ayano Koji. Even his name is so fucking
Yeah,
nice.
I feel
Ayano
like
Koji.
here's why I never watched it. When I first started TikTok and like content creating, anyone that has ever cyberbullied me had his profile picture.
Wait,
I'm not even
what?
kidding. Anyone that's ever
Wait, did like
cyberbullied me had a Classroom of the Elite profile picture.
Damn.
So I was like,
I don't know why that sounds so.
I am not watching
She's
this
That's
shit.
so fucked,
traumatized.
but like
She's traumatized.
Same thing with the Bunny Girl Senpai dude.
oh my god, why are these guys using those pictures? I don't know, bro.
Anyways, so
I mean, they are psychopathic, so maybe like psychopath shows draws in psychopath.
they're like, oh, we're Kinnies. But
Okay,
speaking of
but
Pretty much
Kinnies,
want to know.
Yeah.
speaking of Kinnies,
Yeah, Billy. So, what anime characters do you relate most to?
who are your Kinnies?
Well, I am an ENTP, so some of the characters that relates to ENTP are like Dazai and Gojo. So like a little bit of similarities is like they have that psychopathicness to them, which I feel like
Is everything okay,
as-
Billy?
yeah. No, I'm just saying as a content creator, that puts yourself like constantly online, you need to be a little bit like
Mhm.
have that in
You
you.
need to be a little crazy.
Yeah.
A little crazy.
I almost feel like psychopathic may not be the
Or
word
sociopath.
to
Sociopathic.
describe. I feel like I know what you're trying to describe.
Yeah, like
I
they
think
have
it's
like that
Yo,
crazy in their
what?
eyes. You know what I mean?
they,
like
they don't
what-
care. They're willing to like. They're like, I'll just do it.
Like there
I
are
don't-
some like there are scenes where you know Gojo and Dazai looks like they're just crazy. Like
yeah,
they
when
just
they're
look
like
into the
anime
camera. Like
characters
you need that
right
in
before
them.
they go insane. Look, yeah.
Mhm.
But aside from those two, I feel like there's this one character in Kaguya-sama Love is War. It was in season 2. His name was Ishigami. He was like that emo boy. His backstory was like he had some shit that he did, but he couldn't like tell people. He had to like keep his pain to himself. And he felt like even if he say it out loud, no one will understand him. I kind of like felt like that in the beginning of my content creation. And also like I deal with personal issues, like family issues like that. But I still pump out content like every single day. So usually people see me, they're just like, oh look, it's Billy, like the happy-go-lucky anime guy. But
Yeah.
like there's like things behind the scenes that like people wouldn't know, and it's like hard
There's
to say
more
it
to
out.
him, guys.
There is more to Billy Han
Billy.
Yeah,
than
But I'm
just
just saying, like-
simping for anime characters.
yeah. So I was like relatable to Ishigami at the time, where I felt like, okay, I get you. There are some things you feel like it's no use saying it out loud, like no one can help you. So it's kind of like you're just like struggling internally.
I think that's
Right.
really relatable, especially as like a public figure. You feel like you have to put on this front for your parasocial relationships. But while we're on the topic of parasocial relationships and going through things behind the scene, you have a pretty large
Right.
platform on social media, especially for the niche that you're in. Do you ever feel like people make assumptions about you or treat you differently because you're a quote unquote big creator? This is not on like a professional business
Well,
context.
Like from creator or creator to follower, like, oh, he's such a big creator. He's probably so stuck up and so mean and so rude. and
Oh
doesn't care about his
yeah.
followers.
No, I
Okay,
get
yeah.
you. Okay, so
Yeah.
there were people that thought I was just like when they met me, they told me this, and after they met me, like we became friends. They're like, oh, you're not that. But before they met me, they thought I gave off this vibe where I felt like I was just better than other people. I
I've
mean,
heard
in
that.
a way, I kind of have to like agree because I feel like everyone that wants to succeed needs to have that competitiveness in them to like compare to their peers and to see like how much better I could elevate myself, and that's like a motivational factor. But
Yeah.
obviously you don't let it get to your head and you don't let it go to a point where it just becomes like obnoxious.
Yeah.
So I feel like I could agree like somewhat to it, but I wouldn't say like I walk around carrying that aura around me.
I can see what people mean. And this is something that I've like talked about with you and I've talked about with others. This predisposition about big creators. I felt that towards myself. I've heard that about my friends, like especially you, Billy. I'm just like, you guys, Billy is once you meet him, he is just like nothing like you would ever expect him to be. You do have this aura about you. You just know your worth. You're secure in who you are, and you just go and get it. And you just like
Yeah.
get that
Yeah.
shit.
Generally, like Pika said, if you know me, I'm like very down to earth. Like I'm not fake. I'm like very blunt with my words. I'm like very honest and straightforward. The things I say, it's not like coming from like a mean spot. It's just coming from like an
Right.
honest.
I've heard
From
that where
what you,
people are like, "Oh my god, he sounds so mean," and then, like I met you, and I was like, "He's just a sweet little guy. He's
You're
just
just
living
a-
life and
You're
having
just
a
a
good
baby
time."
girl.
like I don't put people down.
No.
No, you don't say
Like
anything
no, that's I would
offensive. You
never.
don't say
I would
anything
never.
disrespectful. You don't put people down. You just like are really clear and like unapologetic and like you don't really like
Yes.
politic around
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah.
say, which a lot of
Yeah.
people in this space feel like they have to
They want to hold your
do.
hand and be like,
Yeah.
"Hey,
No, like
so I
I would
know
love
you're."
to
You just say it.
I would love to start some controversy. Just get the drama going.
Remember when
For
we
the
went to
views.
that one Anime NYC after party and you were like, "Do you think that they'll give us free drinks?" And I was like, "Billy, I don't know. Like, I don't think so." And you were like, "I'm just going to ask."
Oh, I
And
remember
you were like,
this.
you were like, "Why wouldn't they give us free drinks?"
Okay, but yeah, it's because like they hit me up.
Yeah.
So they
But
asked me
that's
to
what I'm
go.
saying.
So
That like kind of confidence and just like go get it attitude can really like
Mhm.
intimidate. It intimidated me, but not in a bad way. I was just like, oh my gosh, Billy is so confident and so cool right now. Like I could never just like go up
oh,
and be
thank you.
like, oh yeah, you guys, these drinks are free, right? But then Billy also has just
Free drinks?
this like baby girl, like just like really disarming like aura about him as well. He'll be like, these drink, we could have these for free, right? And I'll be like, okay, Billy.
Yeah, duality.
Yeah, okay, Billy.
Certified baby girl.
Oh,
Number
it's
one.
jokes.
Number one for the baby girl.
Have you guys never met Billy Han? He's just the most baby girl. Just
I've
the
never
most
heard
baby
like
girl you've
people
ever
say
met.
this about me, but I'll take it. I don't stress about how I carry myself. Like like you know how like usually people are like self-conscious of like how they act. They feel like other people are like looking at them, potentially judging them. I'm just like happy when I hang out with people just because like I just be myself. I don't have to worry about like how I act. When I first met Pika, it was the first time me meeting everyone in the States in Anime NYC, the first time I ever went over to the States by myself. So I was very anxious because that was my first time like meeting all my mutuals for the first time. Because you guys are all in the States. Like you guys
Yeah.
see each other in conventions. That was my first
Yeah.
convention and that was my first time meeting people. So I was very anxious. So I tried to be on everyone's good page. So when I met you, I was like, I remember I flaked with our like hotel arrangement, and then I felt really bad about that. So then when I saw you, you're like pretty quiet in person, and I was just like apologetic for that. I was like, let me talk to her. Let me like apologize because I don't want to be on anyone's bad side.
Meanwhile, I'm hungover off my ass,
Fighting for
like,
her life.
fighting for my fucking life.
She was so hungover.
Barely alive. I'm like, I don't even remember taking that. I'm gonna put the picture on the screen, our picture together. I don't even remember taking that picture when it happened. It was my first anime convention too and meeting everybody. I did not
Ooh.
expect to drink that much the night prior. And plus I was going through some stuff. Y'all remember?
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
era where I was going through my I was
Yeah.
going through my
Yeah.
shit. So
I hate that guy.
so I was drinking. Anyways. Moving on.
Yes. So, Billy, what are your current goals, both professionally and personally?
Financial freedom in doing the shit that I love.
That's real.
So content creation
real.
full time,
That's real.
basically. If I was in the States as a content creator, I feel like I could have. You know, in the beginning, Instagram Reels will pay really well, even though they cut it off now. But then TikTok Creator Fund was always a thing. But because I'm in Canada, I don't get the TikTok part or the Instagram part. So I only have YouTube money and brand deal money. So I'm not at a point where I can do this full time yet. So that's why I still have a full time job. So my lifestyle is like pretty balanced right now. But ideally, if I could do social media full time, maybe I can start streaming on YouTube and see how that goes. And then if I can ever achieve that, I just want to like travel around and I'll just like stream around, film content wherever. That would
You
be like
stream
the
on Twitch
lifestyle.
though, don't you?
Yeah, I had a 3-month contract with them, but it's ended. So now I'm just thinking of going to YouTube because it just makes sense because I have all my subscribers on YouTube. Whereas if I try to do it on Twitch, I have to like build it up. I'm like trying to work with content creators locally in Toronto, and I've been meeting like people here and there. Maybe we could start a group one of these days. But my ideal thing about content creation is I want to go into a content house because like if you dedicate yourself to doing content every day with people that are also doing content, you basically just like feed off one another, and it just makes things more fun.
Yeah.
Because there were like numerous times where in the past few years I just felt like lonely doing this by myself in Canada. Sometimes it's not fun, but because I still love it, I can get over it.
Mm. Leave a comment below if you live in Toronto and you want to be in a content house with Billy.
Now that we're on the topic of the anime community and content creation, what unpopular opinions might you have about the anime community in general?
There's this thing that people say, "Oh, I'm single because like my anime standard is too high." Like all these anime guys, anime girls raising my standard. And to some degree, to some extent, I agree with that. Like I guess like me as well. But let me see how I should phrase this. I feel like when I see people do that, they're like, "Oh, I'm single because my anime standard is too high." And I'm just like, "Okay, but like do you also fit at a high standard where others will want you? Like are you at a position where you have all these people wanting you and you actively say no to them because you want something better, or are you just chatting shit because you're just oh my god, I just want a Gojo Saturday in my life." So that's something I kind of just like poke fun of.
Yeah.
Like, are you single because you're actually single, that you have no options, or are you single because no one wants you? The harsh truth, I'm sorry.
Dang, that's rough. Well, if you get canceled, then we asked for it. We did ask you for unpopular opinions, and I think that opinion is definitely unpopular. They always say what opinions will have you like this, but then when they have you like this, suddenly it's a problem, you know?
But I get
Or,
that
like-
because even with some of the guys in the community, they'll be like, "Oh, I want someone who looks like
Yeah,
Nico
like-
Robin or looks like
yeah, like-
mommy," but
when people like jokingly or like, "Hey, like, can I be your girlfriend?" or like, "I would date you," whatever, my response will always just be like, "Are you Marin Kitagawa?" Like, she's my type of girl. But that's not realistic of me because I'm me, and Marin Kitagawa is Marin Kitagawa. So like, I'm being delusional.
Yeah.
So like, it applies to myself, so it applies to like other people as well.
You're like, I can tell when other people are being delulu because I am delulu myself.
Yeah. Like, but at least I'm like a self-aware delusionist.
Sure.
Listen, I just want a guy that will treat me right. That's
Treat
it.
me like white tea.
All I wanted was a man that would treat me how all of the male leads in a shoujo manga treat the female lead.
Exactly.
And you know what? Low key, I got that.
I just want a sugar mama.
Nothing but respect for my king, Billy Han.
Billy Han's kind of spitting.
Give me that money.
He's like, fuck bullshit, fuck all that. I just want to
give me the money.
Right. Ladies, if y'all are listening, he's taking up. Are you taking applications?
Yeah, I'm taking applications.
Leave a comment below
he's taking
if you want to be Billy Han's sugar mama.
Ever since I got catfished and opened up my feelings for a relationship, I've been down for a relationship.
What's the cringiest thing you have ever done knowing that you would get a lot of views for it? What is the cringiest thing you've ever done for Clout?
I remember in the beginning of my TikTok career, like in 2020, I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I was just doing like a bunch of shit at the time to match with like the trend. Right. At that time, there was this audio that was like, "Hey yo, Asian check." So like white and Asian. And I was like, okay, this audio is booming. I kind of want to hop on it, but I'm fully Asian. How do I hop on this Asian check? So I remember I just took like a cup of flour and it just like, I splattered it on my face. And I thought that was funny. So I think that was like the only time where the thought that went through my mind where I was like, I would do like shit for views. That video didn't get views. So it was just like a waste of time.
Is it still up today?
I'm pretty sure it's set to friends only. So you can see it.
Okay.
If
I'm
you scroll
gonna-
all the way down to like
I'm gonna-
2020
I'm
TikToks,
gonna
you
download
can see
it.
Hey, she about to do the deep scroll.
Exclusive Girltaku, never
Bro, there's
before
like
seen Billy Han lost media.
there's like so many TikToks
Y'all
that
are
I set
welcome.
to
Let's
just
run the
friends.
clip.
Hey yo, Asian check.
And I was like, yo.
Like I can't look at my videos before like 2022. I think 2020 to 2021 was also cringe.
I have a lot of privated and or like deleted videos that only exist on my camera roll. They did get me a lot of views back in the 2020 days. I definitely did a little pandering for the male gaze in the
game's the game.
beginning, you know, like the way that I dress, and my hair would always be in these like half
the
up
game's the game.
pigtails, and like I was
Okay. You just inspired me to
just
it just came to me of the cringe shit that I did. When you said you tried to cater to the male gaze, I was like, holy shit. So in the beginning, when I first started like speaking with my voice on TikTok, because I look younger than I am. So people thought I was like so pure and innocent. They thought I was like a soft boy. I just played into it. So whenever I talked, I would just like elevate my voice like, hi, so today.
Hi. If you have seen me on your For You page before and you didn't click follow.
And yeah, that was like me doing cringe stuff for the views, but like people bought into it.
that's the baby girl Billy TM.
Baby girl,
I
certified
can't watch
baby
those
girl.
videos.
Billy
I
baby
can't
girl
hear myself
TM.
talking those videos.
That's fucking crazy. I feel like Lo has to share like her cringy.
There was one time I threw my wig off in a video for views.
That's funny though.
That was pretty
That's
cringe.
funny.
It was
That's funny.
funny.
I
It
don't
did,
think that's
it
cringe.
did very well. It
It's
did
cringe
very
funny.
well.
I think that I can think back to an era where you did post some pretty cringe stuff in retrospect. I'm gonna do some scrolling. It was
Me?
2020. It was
Moi?
2020. It was 2020. We were all being cringe.
Actually,
So
this
I'm
is
gonna do some
true.
scrolling. I'm gonna do some
I
homework.
feel like there's some
I was
Roll the
hungry.
clip.
Open up the safe, bitches got a lot to say. To see in your face, that'll put you in your place. 7 letters on the plate, fuck you when I break. I got
because when I first started, I used to do these like, do you know this anime video? Those weren't cringe to me.
I used to do those videos
They did
where
give me
it's
a
like,
lot of
oh,
views.
if you watch this anime, we should be friends. And it's like, I just knew people would like and comment and follow me. They're like, oh my god, she likes Bungo Stray Dogs. Protect her at
She
all
likes
costs.
Dazai, man.
I was like, gotcha, bitch. The only time I was ever genuine is when I made like content about fairy tale. I definitely did want the fairy tale people on my side.
Yeah, because you want people to call you guild master in bed.
Billy, how could you say
that video.
Roll the clip. I used to cringe whenever weebs would be like, don't call him daddy in bed, call him Hokage. Like, ew, I'm not calling anybody Hokage in bed. But then I was thinking, you call me something like Guildmaster? That shit is mad luxurious. And we
That was a fun time though.
can't believe you said
But
that
I remember
to me.
this
That was a
clear
good
as
time.
day. Because I've never heard anyone say
I
that.
can't
Call
believe you
me
just said that to me.
Guild master in bed. Has anyone done that yet?
I dare not say names. Usually when we do this, it's just like the guest, but this time we're all gonna participate and we're all gonna get a little degenerate. This first activity is called Build Your Anime Harem. I'm going to list some husbando duties and we're all going to say which anime character we would invite into our harem to fulfill those husbando duties. Husbando number 1. Who in your harem is doing the cooking?
I cannot remember that man's name for the life of me, but Soma's daddy from Food Wars.
Oh, I know what you mean. Okay, respectable.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, for me, it's like I know good cooking characters that I can appreciate their results, but the guys who I like, I don't know if they're good cooks or not. So like,
They don't have to be good cooks. Just who would you like to see in the kitchen with an apron cooking you breakfast in the morning?
I'll actually just go with Itachi because of the scene of him cooking eggs.
I'm gonna go with the
This is
most
true.
basic answer. I would have Sanji in the kitchen
Yeah, it's so
cooking for
basic.
me. It's okay.
That's the first person that came to
It's
mind.
okay. It's basic because you know I just
No,
only
but
need him in the kitchen feeding me. I don't need
Yeah.
him anywhere else in the house. Duty number 2: who would be doing the cleaning?
Levi. Like,
Mm.
this man loves to clean. Just give him the cleaning duties. Fine.
I think I'd have to go with Tatsu. Give me my house husband.
The house husband.
The house
I feel
husband.
that. I feel that. I would have Tomoe from Kami-sama Kiss clean in my house. The way he takes care of that shrine.
Good answer.
Number 3. Who would you invite into your harem to take care of paternal duties? If you had kids to take care of, who's staying at home taking care of the kids, taking care of the babies? Who's breastfeeding?
Someone good with kids. Wait, what? No, we're talking about husband. No, what do you mean
Yeah.
breastfeeding? Like, this is just a nanny duty.
Billy, that was a joke. That was a joke.
Okay, all right.
Who's got the mommy milkers? The proverbial mommy milkers.
Zoro, but I wouldn't trust him with kids. I got it. I would get Rengoku to do it.
Rengoku.
Rengoku, yeah.
He would be such a good dad.
Yes. No, not a dad, like a
Yeah.
nanny.
Yeah, like a nanny. Like
Yeah.
yeah, like a nanny, exactly. Parental duties.
Yeah, I think I get Hattori Soma.
Dang, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Dang, that's a good one.
You know,
That should have been mine.
if they're sick, he can just take care of them.
I'm not necessarily like an Aki simp, but I feel like he would be a good
Yeah.
babysitter.
Yeah, he would be.
He
Because
would
he's
be-
so
he'd be a good
clean with
babysitter.
his with the way that he lives. Like he knows his way around, and he likes to be tidy.
And he knows how to. Well, I mean, I already got Tomoe cleaning the house, but I feel like Aki would know how to like discipline, how to take care of them and watch them. Next one. Who in your harem would be responsible for entertainment? Entertaining you, like taking you out, making you laugh.
Oh, that's easy. Just Gojo. I feel like he just knows the right spots to go to, have a good time.
Oh, the right spots to have a good time.
Yeah, and also if you want to save money and stay at home, he could do some infinite void shit. That's probably like a high sensation that he could do. Like he activates domain expansion for like 0.1 second. Maybe I'll have like some euphoric high.
I think I'm gonna go with Daisuke. Balance Unlimited. He can pay for
Wait,
anything. We can go anywhere.
Daisuke from where?
Balance Unlimited.
Balance Unlimited.
I don't know who that is. I'm
He's
gonna
the
search it up.
dude. If you saw him, you would know who we're talking about.
I'm looking him up.
Dang,
Oh,
I didn't
yeah,
think
see
of.
him.
I didn't think of money being a factor. See, we're
We could
thinking
go
about this.
anywhere.
We're thinking about this from all points of views. Like Billy's like, I could get high. Lowe's like, we could be rich. I was thinking like Coach Yukai. I think he would be pretty
Wait, how's he
entertaining.
gonna entertain you?
Because he's cool and he's funny, and we could go to volleyball games. Not that I really
That's
see now.
it?
That I'm
Teach you how to
thinking
play
about it. My
volleyball.
harem like low key sucks compared to yours. You guys are thinking about this way more like logistically. I'm just going off of pure lust, which is what brings us to the last one, and arguably the most important one. Who would you invite into your harem for the sole purpose of intimacy?
It's an easy one. It's Spike Spiegel. Always. Always.
I feel that,
Spike
I feel that.
Spiegel.
Mine is Hawk from Yona the Dawn, obviously.
Asleep.
Obviously.
I'm down to like sleep with the homie, like we share a bed. That's fine.
Is giving that you want your answer to be live action Zorro?
Is that an option?
Yeah.
Oh, that okay. I'll take
Yeah.
my Kinyu. I'll take my Kinyu every day. Like I just
Yeah.
have to give respects to his fineness.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate it. It's like how like girls can admire girls looking hot. It's like
Yeah.
the same thing.
Of course. Moving on to our last activity. Put a finger down Weeb edition. This is a very like anime TikTok circa 2019-2020 vibes. Starting off with an easy one. Put a finger down if you've ever cuddled with a body pillow.
Like, what if I just put my leg over it because it's cool?
That's cuddling. That's cuddling.
Put a finger down if you cried at the Going Merry scene.
But I don't remember. It's been so long.
Did you shed a tear?
I don't remember though.
Okay. Well, maybe it wasn't that sad then.
Okay.
I don't know, bro. I feel like I might have gotten emotional, but I don't know if I cried. So yeah, allow me this one. Put a finger down if you prefer sub over dub.
It depends for me.
Right.
It depends.
Put a finger down if you've ever Naruto ran in public.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh,
In grade 6, I
hell yeah.
remember.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
brother.
In
Yeah,
grade
bro.
6, yeah, bro.
Amazing, bro.
Like, when you like dug down like that, you're like cutting through the wind, so it makes
Yeah.
sense too.
It feels awesome.
Put a finger down if you would eat one of Sukuna's body parts.
Okay, but like, do I get to control it like Yuji, or do I just get fucked?
Mm-hmm. No,
Like,
you
I-
can control it like Yuji.
Define
Yuji?
get fucked.
Like get fucked
Yeah.
is in like he takes over my body and I lose conscious forever.
Would you
No, you can
put a
control it like
piece of
Yuji.
Sukuna's body in your mouth?
If I get to control it like Yuji and gain superpowers, then yes.
Okay. I might nibble a little.
I don't know if I would. I just feel like.
But you gain it's
I
no,
just
it's
feel like that would be
basically
really
like
hard.
it's basically just eating something to gain superpower abilities. That's it.
This
But
is
then
true.
but then like he does there is the risk of him fucking with you, right?
Exactly.
Fuck,
being-
never
You
mind,
don't
never
have
mind.
to. You don't
wait.
have to think. You don't have to think. You don't have to think too deeply about your answer.
I feel like I would not put a finger down then because I think if it actually happens, he's taking over my body because I'm not the main character. Like I'm not Yuji. I'm just done. So I won't do it. Wait, I have a good one. Put a finger down
I'm scared.
if you have. Wait, does this have to be anime related only?
I guess no. No.
Put a finger down if you have ever fallen off a scooter.
That's so personal.
Oh man.
Damn.
So I wish I had a
That
clip.
was-
I wish I had a clip to roll, but I don't.
Yeah, put it down.
Put a finger down if you've ever looked up lewd art of a character after one episode of seeing them.
Okay, one episode is kind of specific, but I feel like I have done it, so I'll put it down.
I've definitely done it.
I feel like yeah. Maybe
Well,
like
you've
the
been
first.
putting fingers
Haven't
down?
done it. Yeah, I got 3 down. Put a finger down if you have ever made an uwu video on TikTok.
Nah, I don't think so.
I've made
I'm
like
trying
an,
to dig
I've
in my
made an
memories.
Ata video.
Nah, I don't.
But
think.
not a uwu.
No.
I know I have.
All right, and you put that finger down. Okay, Billy, you're next.
I did. I put it.
That's like the walk of shame version of putting the finger down. Put a finger down if you have ever hooked up with someone at an anime convention. Okay.
I knew that though. I guess technically yes, but it wasn't like a convention specific hookup.
Okay. If you think it
But-
relates enough, then put it down.
But I have during a weekend that a convention was happening. Yes. Lowe's like must be nice.
You know, some of us don't have that luxury. I'm
Leave
kidding,
a
I'm
comment
kidding.
below if I'm just kidding. Put a finger down if you've ever unironically listened to a Yagami Yato audio.
No, I've only searched him up to check it out what his content was about, but nah.
Oh, so you have listened to it.
But I
So,
Does that
so you-
count?
So you put a finger down. You've listened
no, like
to
I
it.
literally just clicked through a video that took like 10 seconds.
You sought it out. It didn't just happen upon you.
Okay.
You put a
guess.
finger you put
Okay.
that finger down, Billy. Have you ever lied about being a fan of something or watching something to impress someone? Yes, I have.
Hell.
Dragon
nah.
Ball GT.
Ew. I
Yeah.
say now, but I watched it back in the days thinking it was good. But I was just a kid. Wait, who you trying to impress? An ex?
No, just like some dude that I knew in my early
was a Dragon Ball
20s.
fan?
The only anime he liked was like Dragon Ball GT. And I was like, oh yeah, like I love
Wait, not Dragon Ball Z?
No, like specifically Dragon Ball GT.
That's a red flag. You
Yikes.
should have
And
known
I
that.
was like,
You should have
known
oh
that.
my god, yeah, I love Dragon
Oh,
Ball
hell no.
GT. Oh my
Oh, hell no.
god. But you know, I was young and naive.
I'm just imagining you watching Dragon Ball GT without any
Oh, I didn't
context.
watch it.
Oh. Okay.
I did not watch it. I lied about it.
Oh,
I
okay.
lied that I watched it and liked it.
Gotcha,
I've
gotcha.
always been an anime fan,
Yeah.
but I've never liked
Mm.
and or been a fan of Dragon Ball GT. I've also still never seen it to this day. Put a finger down if you've ever cosplayed somebody's anime crush specifically to impress them.
Yo, these are just some damn bad questions. Like,
I'm just
have you
giving
done-
the people what they want to know.
Okay.
I've done
but
that.
I'm not down bad enough for
I
for
haven't.
for the
Well,
past two
well, you've
questions.
also actually, you know what? You haven't cosplayed that much.
I cosplay the characters I like.
I haven't done that one yet.
Yet.
Almost, but no.
Dang, I'm trying to think of some personal ones because I'm kind of like shooting myself in the foot here. I
Yeah.
can only think of things that I have done. Put a finger down if you've ever seen someone post about smut or a hentai online and then
What's a
looked it up
smut?
after.
What's a smut?
Smut is like sexy, spicy
The
manga
spicy stuff.
that
Okay.
got
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
in
for
it.
sure. Yeah.
And you saw it on the internet and you looked it up right after seeing it.
Yeah.
I've done that. Put a finger down if you've ever had a crush on more than 3 of your mutuals ever.
All right. That's crazy.
There we go.
That was a personal attack.
There we go. There we go. Put a finger down if you've ever read smut or watched hentai with someone.
Oh my god, Lo.
Listen, we have a group chat and we definitely read some smut
Oh,
together.
yeah, you guys have a
Wait, does it
smut group. It's like a little freaky book club.
horny on Maine represent?
Well, Billy, I think that you have to give the tiebreaker. You have to say
Alright.
something that you think both Lo and I
Okay.
have done.
Got you. Have done.
No personal attacks. Something
Yeah,
that you
yeah, I know,
think
I'm trying
Lo
to-
or I could have done.
Yeah. Put a finger down if you would be down for a threesome with your favorite anime characters. Yo, you guys are lying.
It's like
Nah,
slow
you
Wait,
guys are-
favorite
you guys
or
motion.
like
if-
favorite or like the ones I sip for?
it doesn't matter. Your choice. Your
Your
choice.
choice. It's
That
like
you would be in a threesome.
it's like slow
Nah,
motion.
you guys are lying. You guys are
kinky, like,
lying. Yes, put it down. Put it down. Put it down.
I'm gonna put it down.
Yeah, put it down. Put it down.
Billy, you win the put a finger down game.
Win.
Yes.
This is our final segment of the Girltaku Show, where we get a little bit real, we give a little bit of advice, or we talk about our personal experiences in a very real
That's
and safe
right.
space.
Yeah, so you've been making content with the same niche for a few years now. What advice would you give yourself if you could go back in time when you first started making content?
Buy bitcoins. Okay, realistically.
Real.
buy it, but sell it in May of 2021. Alright. But realistically, I would just say like stick with one niche, stick with what you like, and just be consistent.
Have you ever tried like not being in your niche? Do you feel like you've
Yeah,
like
in the
tried and
beginning.
failed at some things?
Yeah, in the beginning, when I was making TikTok videos, I didn't have a niche. I was just all over the place. Like there was K-pop, there's anime, there's just like general Asian cultural stuff, some trendy stuff that kids were doing. Like I was basically just trying to see what worked for the audience at the time.
I
Because
see.
back then, before TikTok blew up in the pandemic, it was kind of like all over the place. So you didn't know what worked. But then as I made videos, my content started to deviate to just anime and K-pop, and then slowly into just mainly anime. If I was also keeping up with K-pop myself, then I feel like there's no issue of me to
Yeah.
do K-pop as well. But because I'm not, I can't really like enjoy making K-pop content if I'm not like keeping up with the groups and stuff. And
Got
also I
it.
feel like focusing on one niche gives you like a better identity as well.
Staying on the same topic of content creating, you've built a pretty sizable platform and community, and you definitely deserve it with how much work you put into being consistent and also engaging. Can we get a little bit deeper into how you stay motivated and inspired while balancing different platforms?
I mean, in the beginning, in 2020, where my TikTok views were like just fluctuating, it was hard to cope with it. It came with a lot of anxiety. That shared feelings was between like my other friends who are doing TikTok as well, where we post on the day of, but we don't check until the next day because we just don't want to see it flop. Definitely a lot of anxiety, a lot of coping, a lot of getting high to ease the anxiety. I kind of like put aside my main career for this. So it's kind of like I'm burning the boats behind me as I enter like this island. So there's like no way back. So you just kind of have to do it. Even though your views flop, you're like, you got no choice. You just have to do it.
Okay.
After Instagram and YouTube saw TikTok's success with the short form content, they tried to copy it. So I just recycled my TikTok on Instagram and YouTube. These platforms just blows up. So yeah, before where it's just TikTok, if your video flops, you just feel demotivated.
Yeah.
But now there's like 3 platforms. So if your video flop on TikTok but does well on Instagram and YouTube, it shows that, oh, the problem is maybe not my video, it's just like how the platform is.
Yeah.
So it kind of like,
Right.
because a lot of times where video flops, you self-doubt yourself.
Yeah, you take it
But now-
personal.
Exactly. But now you have 3
You
different
do.
platforms to kind of like attest to your abilities, like your personality, how you're showcasing yourself online, your creativity. If I see that I'm able to post one video and share it on 3 platforms and grow all 3 platforms, then I'm confident in my ability to make videos. So because I'm confident in myself, I just get motivation. So I'm chilling.
I like the visual of the burning the boats behind you.
Yeah.
That's so
There's no way
real.
back.
That's so
You just have to
One
do
Piece
it.
coded.
You brought up a great point. I like that you brought up the fact that, and I think it's something a lot of content creators, especially a lot of the newer ones, struggle with the fact that if their video doesn't do well on
Yeah.
TikTok, they're like, what am I doing wrong? It's such a personal attack. Because I've seen it even with my own content. Sometimes it just does better on a different platform. It's a different audience. It's
Yeah.
a different algorithm. And so that reminder of it's not you.
Yeah, there's like a balance. Maybe some of it it's you,
Right.
maybe some of it it's a platform. Each person, the split will just be different. For example, I want to be someone that every time I post, I achieve a consistent benchmark. But sometimes because I don't, like if I have a video flopping, like I feel like I should aim to be at that spot where none of my videos flop. But if you're consistent enough, you should be able to see like overall your videos are still doing well. So you know that you're on the right track. You have to do enough to get a sense of like what you're able to do and what you're
It
able to
does
achieve.
get to a point where it is work. It can start off as like fun, and then maybe you start building a platform off of it just being fun. But if
And
you
then,
do want to keep
like,
growing,
Yeah, because
It
like
does
a
get
lot
to
of
a
people,
point,
they grow in the beginning
Yeah.
and then they plateau and they stay plateaued, and a lot of people just give up here. But
Yeah.
if you're always try to see like what's trending, always trying to find new ideas to improve yourself, you could have these breakthroughs from these plateaus that makes you feel like, okay, I can still keep going. I think this was December of 2021. For the first half of the month, I was just losing followers every day. I was like, oh shit, is this where I fall off? And then I posted one video and overnight I gained like 20k followers. I'm like, all right, sometimes it's your fault that you're experiencing the lows, but you wouldn't know that unless you like try to stick it out and keep going.
yeah,
So
that's
and then
true.
sometimes you can break it out,
Exactly.
sometimes you don't, but that's just like how it is.
You really can only compare
Yeah.
yourself to yourself.
But whenever my TikTok video flops, and by flop I mean like if I post today and I wake up tomorrow with less than 10k views, I probably set it to like just friends. So you guys just see.
So we can enjoy it. It's just like a little
Yeah.
treat. It's like a little treat for us.
Billy Han exclusive.
Y'all can have it. That's everything that we have for the Girltaku Show today. Billy, thank you so
Yes.
much for joining us.
Thank you
We
so
had
much.
so much fun.
So much fun.
Is there anything that you want to say before you go?
Thanks for having me. It was like a good conversation, good chats. I don't have like any deep message, just enjoy anime. And if you see my content, just know that I'm like a chilled guy. Don't have any negative connotations about me.
If you see him, just
He's
know
just a
he's
baby
I'm
girl.
a nice guy at the end of the day.
He's
I may
really
just
baby
say
He's
to you-
just a
girl.
baby girl.
Yeah, but I'm always down to like, make friends with people who are into anime stuff.
Aw.
I sound
Leave
like
a
we have
comment
this-
below if you want to be Billy Han's friend.
Or sugar mama.
Or yeah, that's like the most important. Actually, this should
Sugar
be
mama.
my outro of this whole thing. Like, I need a sugar mama. I yes, that's what I'm promoting.
All
We're
right.
taking applications now.
All right. Well, Billy, again, thank you. Everybody
It's
watching,
been great.
thank you for tuning in. We will
Thank
see you
you.
next time on The Girltaku Show.
See you next time.